A further call to action. A group of scientists say that the world is on the brink of ecological disaster. It was accompanied by a petition too, signed by 11,000 researchers and academics. Well, the stark warning comes in the US-based Bioscience journal. Its authors claim the report got the backing of thousands of scientists in 153 different countries. However, when people online noticed a number of fictional characters among the signatories, it was decided to block the list for further screening. All that said, the scientists highlight increased air travel and rising GDP as troubling signs for the environment, and at the same time they suggest that people should go vegan and also that measures should be taken to reduce the world's population, although not everybody is on board with these suggestions.
That's not pro-climate. It's anti-human.
That the 11,000 scientists have just proposed a global eugenics program amounts to a massive discrediting of the climate change lobby in the minds of any moral person paying attention.
Thousands of the 11,000 scientists were simply people who filled in an online form, some students, some retired, few checked, including one called Mouse Mickey. Oops.
Well, we discussed the issue with the marine biologist, who was one of the signatories, and with also too an economics professor. We asked them if any of the recommendations could be easily adopted.
Why aren't we going after those big polluters? Well, a lot of that actually gets wrapped up in some of the government's issues. So there is discussions about, what can government do? Do we put carbon taxing in? Do we just simply regulate so industries can't do stuff? And that's where really you start to hit those wealthy corporations and those big earners and the big polluters as well.
So we could do it, but it would mean a drastic drop in energy consumption and a drastic drop in the standard of living. And it's something you could only impose on the more wealthy parts of society rather than on poor regions like Africa. To shift to sustainable agriculture would mean a drastic drop in yields and a drastic drop in the population we can support. So countries that rely upon agricultural exports, low level of manufacturing, they may be able to take care of themselves, but they might not be able to sustain the exports the rest of us depend upon. Stabilisation
and a reduction in human population is going to have huge benefits for climate change and also other problems we're having as well. So things like water problems, so places are suffering from water loss and not getting enough. Human health issues, societal issues in general.
We're now going to try to reduce it from a population level of 7.5 billion. It is incredibly hard to do that. It certainly cannot be done voluntarily. It would involve compulsion like China's now defunct one child per family policy, possibly even more draconian than that. So it's feasible to talk about it, but implementing it will take a type of politics we don't currently have. It may well take military dictatorships.
So if we empower women with education and also tools that could allow them to progress themselves in something that's moving beyond what was the traditional role of just being a mother, then we do see a lot less children being born.
Yeah, one of the dangers of a call to reduce population is that it'll be seen by people in the third world who have been relatively impoverished and have higher birth rates than the West as blaming the poor for global warming and for the climate collapse.